civilmedia.mk. Slobodno, nezavisno, otvoreno.
The first time via secure video conference, and it was a successful meeting, proving that NATO is able to adapt to the circumstances created by the COVID-19 crisis. We addressed a number of different issues, including our missions in Afghanistan and Iraq, and our support for Georgia and Ukraine. But our response to the COVID-19 was at the top of our agenda. We have agreed a joint declaration. We express our deepest sympathies with all the victims and with all those affected. We pay tribute to the healthcare workers and all those who are on the front line in our battle against the disease. This includes the men and women in uniform who continue to work daily for our collective security. NATO was created to deal with crisis, so we can help, and our alliance is playing its part. Today, we decided to direct our top commander, General Walters, to coordinate the necessary military support to combat the crisis, to speed up and step up assistance. For instance, by identifying the airlift capacity to ensure that medical supplies are delivered, coordinating on any surplus capacity or stocks, and better matching requests for support with offers from allies and partners. He will also implement simplified procedures for rapid air mobility in coordination with Eurocontrol, using the NATO call sign for military relief flights. We will also convene a meeting of NATO defense ministers in mid-April to review the support we are providing to allies, take decisions on any further steps, and start assessing the medium and long-term implications for our resilience, the continuity of our essential work, and the broader geostrategic picture. I'm grateful for the further offers of assistance which NATO allies made today, and for the substantial support that allies have already provided, including by airlifting critical medical supplies from across the globe, providing medical personnel and equipment, harnessing all our resources to deliver innovative responses, and ensuring transparent and timely information to overcome this global pandemic and to combat disinformation. While we focus on our common fight against COVID-19, we know that other threats and challenges have not gone away. NATO's primary responsibility is to deliver security and defense for almost 1 billion people. General Walters updated ministers on the state of our military preparedness. NATO's ability to conduct operations has not been undermined. Our forces remain ready and our crucial work goes on, including in our multinational battle groups in the east of the alliance, NATO air policing, and our maritime deployments. NATO military medical staff remain vigilant, monitoring the impact for NATO troops deployed on operations. We continue to adapt to the COVID-19 crisis, but we also continue to plan, prepare, and act to maintain our security now and in the future. Today, ministers agreed on NATO's next steps to fight terrorism, build stability, and strengthen our partnerships across the Middle East and North Africa. Ministers agreed to enhance our training mission in Iraq, taking on some of the training activities of the global coalition, including the training and education of non-commissioned officers, engineers, and federal police. This is being done in full consultation with Iraqi authorities and the global coalition. Ministers also discussed what more we could do across the wider region. This includes more help to partners with reforms and capacity building, NATO-led exercises with a focus on fighting terrorism and deepening our partnerships in the region, including with the African Union. We also discussed Afghanistan and our continued commitment to long-term peace and stability in the country. To support the peace efforts, we are reducing our presence to around 12,000 by the summer. No decision for further reduction has been taken, and all our steps will be conditions-based. We welcome efforts to set up an inclusive team for the inter-Afghan negotiations. We call on the Taliban and all potential actors to play their part. This includes reducing violence. This is the time for Afghans to show national unity in their national interests, to achieve peace in Afghanistan, but also to fight COVID-19. We decided to deepen our partnerships with Ukraine and Georgia even further, including with exercises in the strategic Black Sea region, as well as joint work to counter hybrid warfare, and efforts to share more air traffic radar data, making the skies safer for all. We also agree to increase NATO's cooperation with the United Nations, with a package of measures to help with UN peacekeeper training. This includes medical care, countering improvised explosive devices, and communications. And ministers formally launched the reflection process to further strengthen NATO's political role. It will lead, I will lead this process with the support of a group of experts. Finally, we welcome the foreign ministers of the Republic of North Macedonia, which is now a full member of the alliance. This is an important step forward for the stability of the Western Balkan region and of Europe. And it shows that in uncertain times, we must further strengthen our multilateral institutions. Global challenges demand global solutions. COVID-19 is making this clear. And as a transatlantic alliance, NATO is determined to continue playing its part. And with that, I'm ready to take your questions.
civilmedia.mk. Slobodno, nezavisno, otvoreno.